Teresa, Kevin, and Spencer. Thank you for allowing me to share some memories of Kyle with everyone today. My name is Jake Bettin, and I've known Kyle since his time as an Omaha Police Explorer. I'm a co-owner of Frontline Security and have been on the Omaha Police Department for 20 years. Kyle applied for part-time security work with Frontline out of high school, seeking experience to better himself for a future career in law enforcement. His dedication to service and customers quickly advanced him to a supervisory role, managing security staff at many locations in the Omaha Metro. He was dependable and had drive for a job many don't line up for. Last week, while speaking with Kyle's mother and father, they explained how he'd spent $500 on uniform gear before he ever got a call back from us about the position. They said he was so excited and really wanted the spot. Too many times, Kyle's drive reminded me of myself at that age. Entering college, I did the same. I found myself in the uniform store, not knowing much, but wanting to belong. My dream was to serve in law enforcement and do whatever I could, just like Kyle. Kyle wanted the responsibility and wanted to learn more about law enforcement skills. The best thing a person can learn in security to prepare them for police work is how to talk to people, how to get them to do things in your favor without using force. I mean, gee, he figured that out fast. A skill set some here might say he overutilized. This guy will walk up to a stranger and be their friend in minutes. It didn't matter where it was, who it was, or even why. He was just outgoing with a genuine, in-your-face personality. Despite my heavy suggestions to go OPD, Kyle applied and was quickly hired by NSP. He came right back as promised, though, and as a civilian, he came right back to us as promised to work some of the same jobs he worked as a civilian, but now as an off-duty police officer. As a business owner and more importantly, friend, what a great story. It doesn't always happen like that, and Kyle knew it was special too, by exploiting the perks, like the first time he met my wife, Carly. Years ago, they were assigned working off-duty for Frontline at a downtown entertainment district together. Carly contacted me and said, "Am I working with a trooper down here?" I said, "Yeah, it's McAcy." Then I asked, "Is he wearing blue jeans?" Carly told him, "He wants to know if you're wearing blue jeans." In true McAcy form to the boss's wife, he said, "Yeah, tell him they're bedazzled too." He explained to Carly that Jake knows and he loves me. My all too often response was, "Effing McAcy." Governor, Colonel, Mayor and Chiefs, Kyle would have wanted me to say that out loud, unedited. Him and I have spent too much time in IA, though, and hopefully he will understand me trying to save a trip. Sorry, Kyle. It was a long-running joke, but in the end, his customer service and trustworthiness outweighed his tack vest and blue jean Delta unit look. Heck, for a lot of the places he worked, it was a familiar outfit. The sense of duty possessed by Kyle was not just specific to his law enforcement career. Kyle invested himself in almost anyone who crossed his path. It was one of his best attributes we will all remember of him. Our office has received messages from customers with condolences, inspiring Kyle stories, and has left current and former employees speechless, devastated, and saddened. Kyle's friendship outweighed any business relationship any of us at Frontline might have ever had at this point. Who doesn't know Kyle? We've all heard of the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, but the state of Nebraska has the 2 degrees of Kyle McAcy. A mutual friend of Kyle and I, Brian, shared a story about Kyle's wide-reaching impact, even from the most random of places. Brian runs the anti-bullying program through the First Responders Foundation. He was telling his young bully-proof stories students about his hero who laid down his life in the line of duty. During his story, one girl was waving her hand, waiting to be called, and just couldn't put it down. No teacher's patience could ignore her anymore. Brian called on her. "My mom knows Kyle," she yelled with excitement. Of course, this 10-year-old knows him. After class, Brian quickly sought out her mother. With tears in her eyes, she explained that she was a legal professional with the state. Kyle would leave her Post-it notes, checking in if she wasn't at her desk. He kept current. And I don't know how he found the time to check in with everyone or leave googly eyes everywhere. But in that way, it's what made him special. Even my own kids questioned, "Who will bring the Hertz donuts to our bonfire?" One mentioning, "Can we reserve a seat for him?" Kyle's donuts will be there, and we'll always have a seat for him. As all of us here will always have a proverbial seat saved for Kyle. Leaving us this young isn't how it's supposed to be, but heroes never die, and Kyle wouldn't have done this life any other way. We'll take it from here, my friend.